Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about Windows 10. Windows 10 is a operating system. Windows is developed by Microsoft, uh, so that's why it's given the name as MS Windows 10. It's developed by the Microsoft Office people, so it's called as Microsoft Windows 10. So, what is the meaning of operating system? OS means operating system of Windows 10. Operating system is how the computer functions. The computer functions only when there is an operating system in the computer. This operating system is known as software. So let's see some slides so that it makes your lesson much easier. I'll share with you a screen. So here your first chapter is about Windows 10. Okay, this is your first chapter. It's Windows 10. It looks like this. This is the icon for Windows 10 and it comes with the wordings of the Microsoft people who have given the name as Windows 10. Now, as I told you, we'll learn about the operating systems of Windows 10. So, this is your Windows 10 icon or your start button. It looks like this. Now, as I told you, the computer cannot function without the operating system. So, operating system is nothing but a software that is fed into the computer. And this operating system, it controls all the functions and the working of the computer. So if you want the computer to work, definitely we'll be using the mouse and the keyboard, which are the hardware devices. And then when we select any options like these, which are here, it starts working because there's a communication between the hardware and the software. So it allows the computer's hardware to communicate with the computer's software. So operates with the help of the software. So that's why our computer functions. Can the computer work without the operating systems? No, it cannot work. I would only have a monitor or a mouse or a keyboard, which would never even show any typing letters because there's no operating systems. I wouldn't have been able to create the slides if I didn't have any operating systems. So the computer cannot work without the operating system because the operating system is a software that helps the computer to work or function. So, as you know, Windows is actually called as an operating system. It's a type of an operating system. So, even in our school, we are using Windows in our school. We are using Windows 10 and we are using in Windows 8. So, here the Windows is called as an operating system today. So, we are using the most commonly used operating system is Windows. Windows have graphical user interface. What do you mean by graphical user interface? Now if you can see all these color pictures that are coming like this, or your Windows, when you have the window icon or the the copy icon, they all are graphical user interface because they're using pictures which can be black or white, or it's always colored pictures. So this is known as graphical user interface. It's not like that you're just only typing and doing your work to do any like copy program which was done previously in COBOL and all. But here all the work is being done automatically because the operating systems have been developed from the old systems to the latest version where you can just do any function by using all these uh, pictures which are called as icon. So basically everything in the computer is working on a graphical user interface. You have other types of operating systems. As I told you, Windows is an operating system which you're using in our school. You have other systems like Linux, Unix, Firefox, Mac, Android, iOS. iOS is used by Apple, Android is used by Samsung and Chrome, Google Chrome. So these are some of the other operating systems. So you just can't say that we Only Windows is an operating system. You have many other operating systems, but basically Windows is very, flexible to use. So we use Windows operating system. Okay, let's see the next slide. Here you have different versions of the Windows operating system. See, the first version of Windows operating system was called Windows 1.0. You see how it is? It's a little different. How they have these like database things being written here. And after that, this was developed in the year 1985. Then Windows developed a better version, which was called Windows 3.1. This was developed in the year 1992. See, it looked like this. The window icon or a star would look like this. Then in the year 1995, you had Windows 95. And it upgraded to another version called Windows XP Microsoft. You can see the word Microsoft written everywhere because this was developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft Windows XP. This version was developed in the year 2001. Every time a version is developed, it's an upgrading of Windows. Then you had Windows Vista, which was developed in the year 2006, sorry. Windows 7 was developed in the year 2009, and Windows 8, which we still use in our school for some computers so that you understand it's this is Windows 8, which was developed in 2012, and Windows 10. Windows 10 was developed in 2015. Now you're using the latest version, which is much more sophisticated and much more easier to use. So these versions kept upgrading from Windows 1 to Windows 10. You have even upgraded versions. You can check on the net. The next thing you can see that we have all the operating systems that were developed by Microsoft. As I just now showed you a big screen, it's a small screen. These are called Microsoft operating systems. Windows 1, Windows 3.1, and 95, and so on till Windows 10. These all are developed by Microsoft operating systems. Then when you switch on the computer, the first screen that opens is called your Windows desktop screen. So when you on the computer, you find the first screen. This screen is called the desktop. On this desktop, there are different things that I need to label and tell you. These pictures are called as icons. That's why I said it's a graphical interface. Windows is a graphical interface, the user interface. So you can see these small pictures. My documents, my computer, Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera. These all icons are small pictures that tell you what type of application that you're using. So it is icons, which are also known as applications. In short, you call it as apps. So you can see the desktop contains little pictures. These pictures are called as icons. They're also called as applications. They are applications for different things, and you can call them as apps. Right below the screen of the desktop, you have a button. This button is your Windows button. This button is your Windows button. When you click on it, you get different options of the applications. So this is the button for it. Windows 10 button is here. It looks like this. So when you click on this, you get all the a pop-up menu of all the applications. You see, this down bar is called your task bar. So on this task bar, you have the Windows button. Now, if you see this background screen of this Windows has a green background with the Windows 10 and the icon or the logo of the Windows. Like this, you can change the background to different types of pictures. You can see some of the pictures. I've taken a screenshot of it. See, it looks like this, like this, like this. Any of these pictures you can put as a background, or even you can set your own background for your computer according to your choice. Suppose there's a background you need to change, you can change it to any uh, type of background. That you'll be learning about background, how to set your background. So let's see the next screen. These are the operating systems. Now when you see on the desktop, you find these type of small icons or applications. This is the recycle bin. What do you mean by recycle bin? You see, You have the word recycle even in science and everywhere, that like the plastic you throw it, or the papers, they are recycled and they're being used again. So this, all the information gets into the recycle bin. All the information that is deleted gets into the recycle bin. When it is in the recycle bin, we can restore back this files or any information that we have deleted. We can restore it back again back into the computer and start using it again. But from the recycle bin, all the application that has been deleted and is in the recycle bin, if we delete those applications even from the recycle bin, we lose all those files. They are once and for all lost, totally or completely lost. You cannot retrieve it back. You can retrieve it only when it is there in the recycle bin. Now on the desktop, so this is one of the uh, the icon that you find on the desktop, a picture of the recycle bin. You find other small pictures like the PC, the control panel, see the recycle bin, which I just told you, network, and you can see this is a folder with the name. You can put your own name. So these pictures are seen on the desktop. These pictures are known as icons, as I already told you. These pictures, they represent a program. So any program that is fed in, like the network program, whatever. This is some my document, which is in that many files and folders. So these are the type of things you find: programs, application, files, folders, all on the desktop, and they are represented by small pictures which are called as icons. Now you see below the desktop, as I told you, right down you have a small long bar. This small long bar is called the taskbar, where you have the Windows button and you have many files that are down. These files are, some of them are open files, so then you find them down. But there are certain files that we keep using very often. So what do? We pin those files to the taskbar. So you have some pin files, some open files. So these are some of the icons that you can find on the taskbar. This is on the left hand side at the bottom of the desktop. So this will be your desktop. Right down below is your taskbar. On the left hand side is your these buttons. On the right hand side, you find another tray. This tray contains the clock and the date. The clock and the date, which is found on the taskbar on the right hand corner. And you can open, if you have any of these programs on the taskbar, like the Chrome, you can just click on it and it will open. You click on this Explorer. This is called as File Explorer. It gives you, it's easy to get into any of the, whatever you're searching for. It's better to search from the File Explorer. You can search for any of your applications very fast. So these things which are on the taskbar, you can open it and it forms into a full screen. So as I told you, these are the two parts of the taskbar. One is your taskbar with icons or programs, and on the right side of your taskbar you have the date and time, where you can always change it. I'll tell you how to change it. If you click on this, you get a picture of the date and time where you can change. And here you see, here actually basically I wanted you to know where's the start button on the taskbar. As I told you, it's on the left hand side. Here this is your startup screen. Here is your start button. When you click on this start button, you get all these up pop-up applications, and you can choose from those applications. Let's see the next screen. See, I told you to change the date and time, you just have to click on this date and time. When you click on this date and time, you will get a screen that opens like this, a small pop-up screen. It shows you the date and it shows you the time according to your correct date and correct time. You can set it up. You can make the changes to the date and time if you have wrong time or wrong date, or whatever is the changes. In the same place of this date and time or your taskbar, on the right side where you find the date and time, you also find an arrow like this. This arrow is called as a notification arrow. This notification arrow gives you the current updates or whatever is happening in your computer. So this is your notification. So it gives you the update things or the current things that are going on in your computer. So you see, it gives you information about things that are currently happening on your computer. So when your apps update or your system is updating, it automatically updates and show you the correct updates. And here you have many different types of mouse pointer. They look like small arrows. You can see right now how I'm pointing out to the date and time, the notifications, and your mouse pointer. The mouse pointer, it helps you to select, or you can open even any programs. If you double click on any program or the icon, that is your application. When you did double click on the icon, it opens. If you have a notepad, if you double click on the notepad opens. That is the use of the mouse pointer. Here you have an option called the pinning option. As I told you, you have certain icons that are being pinned to the taskbar. Suppose I need to pin even the music system here. So I can just click on that icon. See, you can see this notepad. I just right click on that icon, and you have an pop-up menu which gives you different options. You need to click on the pin option, and then your program gets pinned to the taskbar. This is being done because you are using that program very often, and it takes a long process. Go into the start menu, then search for that icon of the program, and then open it. So instead of doing such a long process, you can select that program, just right click on that program. You will get whatever is the option, and then you can click on pin option, and then it gets pinned to your taskbar. Now sometimes you don't, so this is about pinning. So mostly frequently used programs can be pinned to the taskbar, which is at the bottom of the screen. To pin the program, just click on the program, right click on the program, and click the option which is pin to taskbar. Here you can see the option, how is right clicked on that, and it says pin to the taskbar. The next thing that we learn is how do you open a program. I want to open Notepad. So if I want to open Notepad, I'll click here on this icon of Windows, and we'll get a list of all the programs. If Notepad is there, I'll click on Notepad, and Notepad will open. But if I don't have the Notepad here, then I have an option which is called the search box. If I type Notepad there, automatically Notepad opens, and I can just click on OK. So here it says to open a Notepad, click on the Start button, type Notepad in the search box, and the Notepad application will open. And now you can work on the Notepad. The Notepad looks like this. The Notepad looks like this. Yeah. It's there. You can just directly click, or always you can search by using the search box which is available in the taskbar. So once you have typed some text, here I've typed some text. It's called this is some text. You can save this file. If you need it for a later stage, just click on file and click on save, and you can give a save as box open, and you can give the name for the application. And then if you're finished with your work, then you can just click on this red X here, the red box which has an X here. This thing is called the close button. The close button is used to close all the applications that you have completed. You can save it and close it. So here we learn how to shut down the computer. To shut down the computer, first on your keyboard, you have an Alt button, Alt, and you have a function button, F4, function F4. So when you press these things together, these two keys together, you will get a shutdown screen like this. Here you got many options at the arrow, standby, and many other options. So you select the option called shutdown, and then click on OK, and your computer shuts down. Now since I've finished all your work, let's see your homework that you have to do. This is your homework, chapter 1. Complete the worksheet bits given on page number 7 and 8 in your computer reader. You just do it in your computer reader. Okay, children? Just do it in your computer reader. Use it. Yeah. This is your page number 7 and 8. I think it's not clear in this. I can't show to you. So you check in your reader, you will find it. And you please complete it. And when the date for your submission comes, you submit all your books and I'll give you your marks. Okay, children, thank you for now. Have a nice day.